You are listening to the Empty Nest Empires podcast, episode number 22. Today, we're going to talk about the number one biggest mistake that most entrepreneurs make, especially when it comes to promoting their business in the digital marketing space, anywhere on the internet. Do you know what's holding you back? Let's talk about it. Okay, your nest is empty, or it will be within a few years. So now what? Whether you know it or not, we are building empires. Empires of faith, family, fun, fitness, and of course, finance. And those empires are the legacy we leave for our loved ones. I'm Tammy Romani, an empty nester mom, grandma, and entrepreneur with a vision for ever greater things in the years ahead. It's never too late, and there is no limit to what we can do. I'm so happy you're here. Now let's get to building. The thing I want to talk to you about right now, real quick, is that I am seeing a big mistake that entrepreneurs are doing before they promote themselves in this online space. And I'm seeing it, I want to say more often in people like me. So I'm 60. I am in this space where not a lot of people my age are comfortable. Quite frankly, 8 years ago, or actually it was more than that, I remember my cousin saying, let's get you started on Facebook. Let's get you started on Facebook. And I was just, no, what would I want that for? That scares me. I don't want to do that. I was overwhelmed. I didn't understand it. And then a few years after that, I actually started a Facebook account and started noticing that people use Facebook for business. I was fascinated by that. And something in me just caused me to start this research that I've honestly been doing ever since. I have been learning and researching ever since. And that is one thing that I bring to my clients in my VIP group is my ability to strategize and to talk with them about how they're using social media. So listen, whether you are a midlife entrepreneur or a later in life entrepreneur like I am, or you are someone younger and you're just overwhelmed by what to do first, I just want to talk today about the biggest mistake I see people doing. And it's not hard to find the biggest mistake because you could type it in Google, you'll come up with articles by Entrepreneur Magazine, by Forbes Magazine, and they all will say that the biggest mistake is not starting sooner. Simple, right? Just start. Okay, but it's not so simple. Let's go backwards a little bit and kind of analyze why we don't start. Why are you not starting? I'll tell you why I didn't. I was overwhelmed and I was unsure and I was confused. So I've been studying this now for years. I even had a job for a while at a local university where I did the social media for the department I was in. That's how into it I got. I was the oldest person in the department, and I was the one figuring out Facebook, figuring out how to create a group, figuring out if we needed a page for our department. I loved every minute of it. So that is what I stepped into. And what's been happening lately, though, is that entrepreneurs are coming to me and saying, okay, in order to promote my business online, now this could be you've got an idea for an online business, or you've got a brick and mortar business that you just need to get more interest in. Maybe you own a restaurant. Maybe you provide a service. Maybe you are an alterations person or a tailor. Maybe you are a builder. Maybe you're a realtor. Maybe you are any number of these things. Maybe you are a writer. And you just have no idea how to promote yourself online. You're not going to like what I have to say. Do you know what it takes? You have to show up like this. And listen, I get it. I get the hesitation. It's a horrible, horrible thought because I've been sitting in a padded room like this for, remember, close to 40 years, reading other people's words. So I get scripts and I read them. Yes, they're on my computer screen now, but you get the picture. I'm no longer holding a piece of paper most of the time. But I get a script, I read other people's words, and it's usually a narration, something like that for maybe a corporate narration project or messages on hold even, or perhaps a phone system for a bank or a credit union, something like that. The thought of taking my phone, turning it on myself, and talking about what I do and how I can help you was really daunting to me. It was scary. And so if all the powers that be say the number one biggest mistake in either having a digital business or promoting your business online is not starting sooner, what's holding you back? Confusion and fear held me back. And also the fact that I wasn't that quick on my feet, talking just like I am now to a microphone. Let me tell you what I'm hearing. Because I'm a voice actor and my friends know that I have been like this, speaking professionally in front of a microphone for a really long time, people started coming to me and saying things like, man, I have this idea for a podcast and I really want to pursue it and I just think it's going to help people so much, but I hate my voice, so no one will listen to it. Another thing I hear is, I just wrote a book and my book agent says I've got to go live on Facebook and Instagram and talk about it and tell some of the stories from my book. And I really hate my voice. How can I do that? Like, how can I get over that? I hear it on a weekly basis, almost a daily basis. I know I have something I'm called to do, but I'm afraid to take that step and promote myself or even talk about how I can help people because I think they won't like my voice. And let me tell you, that breaks my heart for you. If you are that person who doesn't like their voice or who thinks other people don't like your voice is part of who you are. Let's find your voice, okay? Let's work together to find your voice. You've got to take a step. And yes, I will give you that there are studies out there that say that people are judging your voice. Yes, people are judging your voice. I mean, we do it. We all have things we can't listen to, and that will be another episode. But right now, I just want to talk to you about what's holding you back. Your voice is 99.9% of the time just fine. What you need is some confidence behind that voice. What you need is some action behind that voice. So I don't know what it's going to take for you to take action, to just get started. The first time, or I can still say every time I go live, I'm pre-recording this. Every time I go live, I get nervous. I wonder who's going to show up. And just so you know, most of the time, no one shows up live. Maybe one person, two people, but it's in the replays that live video is valuable. It's in the reposting it elsewhere that the video is valuable. If you'll just start to show up for yourself every day, people will be attracted to you, no matter what your voice sounds like. They will. And listen, I really don't want to hear any more about how you're holding yourself back. Because I really think that when you say something like, I don't like my voice, or I think other people won't like my voice, you've just put up a roadblock. You've just said to yourself and to your friends and family and to the people that you need to help that are out there, there are people that you need to throw a life ring to. And you've just said to them, I'm not moving ahead because I think you won't like my voice. That's a roadblock. But you know what could happen if you train yourself to be a more confident speaker and you start showing up for yourself and for your business on this space we call the internet? Let me tell you what will happen. Instead of a roadblock, your voice becomes a gateway. And your voice and your personality and who you are inside attracts people to you, no matter what you think your voice sounds like. I mean, there are voices I can't listen to, but I'm not supposed to work with those people. So don't worry about who won't like your voice. Worry about who's going to be attracted to your voice and who will work with you because they see and they hear what's deep inside of you. And that is a drive to help others, a drive to teach others, a drive to share your story. Now, last time we talked about how your story may hold a key to begin the healing process in someone else. Don't hold that back from somebody who needs it. You have a calling on your life. You have a purpose that you are supposed to fulfill, and you're hanging on because of uncertainty. You're hanging on and holding back because you have this idea in your head that your voice isn't good enough. Okay, so I'm going to turn a corner here and just let you know that I want to help you solve this problem. As a voice actor for over 40 years, yes, I can speak well. I can. And yes, I know some tricks. I know things. And I would love to share those with you. So, beginning next week, I have a group coaching opportunity opening up, and it's called A Confident Voice. I would love for you to go to aconfidentvoice.com right now, check it out, sign up, and let's work together for the next month because I don't want you to waste any more time. We're already almost at the end of the first quarter of 2020. And remember at the beginning of 2020 when we all said this was our year? This was our year. But now I see that you are out there still hanging on and holding back and thinking, tomorrow I'll be ready to go live. Tomorrow I can record that video. You don't even have to go live. You can just record something and put it out to the world. Like I do occasionally, if I'm not able or in a place where I can go live, I will record on my phone and record the podcast and put it out to the world in a different way later. It's still video. Facebook and Instagram will still push that out to more people than they will a meme or a still picture. So I just want to let you know that I'm here for you and that if you will get started with a confident voice, I want to help you move past that roadblock. No more roadblock. Let's turn your voice into a gateway and attract the people that God has set aside for you to help. I just got chills on that one. Listen, I really believe that you have an amazing story to share. I really believe that you have a calling. If you have a brick and mortar business, I believe it is something that people need. If you're a realtor, I believe there are people that you are called to help find their perfect home. If you are a makeup artist, I believe there are people out there that you are called to help make them feel better about themselves. If you sell an amazing product that's from another company that you believe will change people's lives because it's changed your life, you've got to talk about it. You have to. You've got to talk about it. So, a month with me in a group coaching setting, aconfidentvoice.com. Go sign up for that. We get started next week. And honestly, I'm really excited about the changes that can happen when we work together and we remove that roadblock and open the gate to unlimited possibility. Do not make that number one biggest mistake of not starting sooner. You know you should have already started. And let me just tell you, you're never going to be ready. Being ready is a lie that you've been believing, that you think something magically is going to happen and you'll just, boom, one day I'll be ready to turn on that camera and just point it at myself and talk and talk and talk and share all my stuff and tell my story and help all these people, and it's just going to happen. It's going to happen overnight. No, it's going to happen by starting out being really bad. Really bad. And there's no two ways around it. I had to start out being really bad. Everyone has to start out being really bad. And I still have moments of being just awful, especially when I'm in a live video setting. You can do this. I know you can. So I really hope that I've kicked you in the pants enough tonight or this afternoon or whenever you're listening to this, and that you will now begin to see yourself the way you are. And that is a beautiful person with an amazing gift that you're selfishly holding on to. And you need to get it out to the world because you have skills, you have knowledge, you have experiences that are going to help somebody else. So let's get to helping somebody else. All right? Go to aconfidentvoice.com and I will see you in the group. Thanks for being here today. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.